What if I told you that you are not just one zodiac sign, but all of them at the same time? Most people think that astrology is about identifying which sign you are, like I am a Leo or I am a Virgo, but that is like describing yourself only as a parent, when in fact you are also a teacher, an artist, a friend, a sister, a brother. So you are so much more than just that one part of yourself. So it's not so much about putting you in a specific box or in a specific sign in that case, as much more understanding which energies are most dominant in your life and how do they shape you and your life. Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Strada. So we are officially starting the Zodiac sign series and I'm super excited about this one because I also think this is going to be one of the most practical series that I'm going to make. At least I hope it will. So the goal is really to help you understand that we have all 12 energies of the zodiac signs inside of us, but they show up in different areas of our lives or in different situations. So if you haven't watched the astrology introduction video and the planet introduction video, I suggest you do. It will give you a fuller picture. So first of all, let me explain to you what a sun sign is. In order to do that, we have to recap how a natal chart works. So a natal chart or a chart in general is a screenshot of the sky at a very specific moment. The astrologer takes that chart and makes the interpretation. That chart is consisted of 4 parts: the houses, the planets, the zodiac signs, and the aspects. I'm not going to go deeper than that into this video. I explained it longer and in depth in the planet introduction video, so you can watch that one if you haven't already. So in order to understand what your sun sign is, you need to know that on this chart that I just told you about, there are going to be different planets on it. One of them is the sun, and each of that planet is in a very specific zodiac sign. So when someone asks you what sign are you and your answer is I'm a Leo, you're always talking about your sun. In which zodiac sign was the sun when you were born? However, in addition to the sun side, you also have a bunch of other planets and also the houses that are also in a very specific zodiac sign. So every part of the chart has attributed a zodiac sign to it. So every planet and every house has a zodiac sign to it. And this is different for every single person. So while the planets represent an aspect or a part of ourselves, the zodiac sign explains how that part is being expressed. Is it very lively or is it very introverted, very passionate, very cautious? That's what the zodiac sign explains. So basically this means we have all zodiac signs inside of us, but they express themselves in different areas and in different intensity. Meaning some zodiac signs might be more prominent than other ones depending on your overall chart. As mentioned in the previous video, the goal is not to teach you how to use astrology, but to help you understand how astrology works. So the goal is not that you're going to look up your chart and do an interpretation of yourself. I actually want to do something else. I want to use the archetypal energy of the zodiac signs and help you start reflect your own life. So basically benefit from the principle of astrology without having to know how astrology works. So when you watch the zodiac sign series, I don't want you to just watch your sun sign zodiac. I want you to watch all of them and ask yourself the following question. Where in my life do I act like this sign? For example, where am I stubborn like a Taurus, or where am I cheeky like a Gemini? Asking this question will help you reveal different parts of yourself and different energies that you might play out in different situations or in different areas of your life. For example, you can be very intense and passionate in your intimate relationship, but you can be very cold and distant when it comes to platonic relationships or work relationships. There's one thing that I want to mention when you do this. You might be doing this and then check your chart in case you know how to do that, and you might be noticing that the meaning or the interpretation that you have given it might not be the same as on your natal chart. And I don't want you to worry about that, because the goal is not to be able to identify the characteristics of your natal chart. The goal is to help you understand yourself better. So if you're like, oh, I'm very much a Taurus in my intimate relationship, and then you check your natal chart and you're actually a Scorpio, which is kind of the opposite, it doesn't matter, because the goal is to help you uncover different parts of yourself. There might be in your natal chart different parts that explain why you think that you are like a Taurus in your relationship, even though your relationship part of the chart is actually a Scorpio instead of a Taurus. So again, I don't want you to worry about that. If by watching those videos and you have like a light bulb that goes on, that's all we are after. If this helps you understand yourself or a dynamic or relationship with someone else better, and because of that understanding, you're able to work through some things or change something that has bothered you for a very long time, the goal is accomplished. So if you give a different, or you chose a different zodiac sign to explain a certain part of yourself that might not be in alignment with your physical natal chart, personally, I would not worry about it. If at the end of the day it helps you, the goal is accomplished. And again, there might be other indicators on why you came to that conclusion that might not be represented in your natal chart. If you are very advanced in astrology, you will figure it out on yourself. Why you came up with that idea, you will see it in the chart, because I'm pretty certain there's going to be an explanation on why you came up with that answer. But if you are not, you can contact an astrologer if you want and be like, why do I feel that way, even though my natal chart says something else? Or otherwise, you're not going to look at it at all and you're fine anyways. The goal is not to become someone else. It's always about remaining who you are, but enhancing them, making them well-rounded, allowing yourself to face those energy with more ease, being able to either control them or tap into them when you actually need them. So after having watched the Zodiac Sign series, you can go back and rewatch the Planet videos and even the God series, and just ask yourself, how does it show up? Like, in which energy does that planet show up for myself? For example, Mars is about ambitions and the drive and not giving up. So it's a very fierce energy. But you might listen to that planet and be like, I don't really resonate with that. So which zodiac signs comes to mind when you look at the characteristics of Mars, for example? Are you very fierce, or are you more shy and holding back? It doesn't mean that you have to become this very fiery person. It's your decision. And this is the thing that I trying to highlight over and over again. You don't have to become anything else from who you are. I think it's really about understanding who you are so you can take advantage, because a fiery Mars can have its benefits as much as it can have its challenges. So Mars that is more like a water energy does have its energy as much, its positive sides as much as it does have its challenging sides. So there are no better or worse zodiac signs, there are just different energies. That's already it for the video. If you haven't watched the previous two videos that I mentioned, the introduction to astrology and introduction to the planet video, please do. It will give you a better, like a fuller picture basically, maybe also help you understand a few things that I mentioned in this one. Otherwise, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.